Hello everybody and welcome once again. Now, if this is your first time to this channel, we welcome you and we would love you to subscribe to this channel. Press that subscribe button somewhere down there or down there. And also press that bell icon so that you can be notified when there's a new video being uploaded. And leave your comments down below. Also, please subscribe to our newsletter, which is down below. So you can press the link down below and join our newsletter as well. Also, if you press that the bell icon, also the notification, you will also help this video to be seen by other people as well. So let's get on with this video. Now, this video is quite, I think it's quite important because it affects a few people, and it's also for this year particularly because this year is a 5-year. And previous other videos this year, I've mentioned about the 5, how 5 is important. And it's particularly more important for you if you've got a birthday during this year. You will be particularly affected by the 5 energy number. Now, the 5 number resides in the center of the chart. So if you look at a 9-grid chart, the 5 is always placed in the center of that chart. Now this year is a 5, so the number will be in the center of the chart, and all the other numbers will be in their own house, in their own particular square. So you need to be aware of the influence that is taking place this year, and it's going to be a particularly strong one because again the 5 brings about reckoning, it brings about a introspection, it brings the accumulation of 9 years. So in this 9 years that the numbers have been traveling through each of the different houses, there you accumulate various things. Now, depending how you have been doing various things throughout these 9 years, you've either been building up very good things for your life, or things that you have not been doing particularly well will come to a reckoning during this 5 year of 2022. So it's going to be important for you to understand why some of you maybe experience various things that have been taking place so far this year. And the reason is particular is the 5 always brings this kind of balance, a reckoning in how you have conducted yourself during the last 9 years. Now, if you've been squandering your various opportunities, misusing things, or doing various things that may not be good in some ways, viewed as being good or beneficial to yourself or to other people, there could be a reckoning in that there will be some kind of redress in sorting and finding a balance in what you have been doing these last 9 years. Now, the particular numbers that will be affected by this, anybody whose birthday is coming to the 18th birthday, 27th birthday, 36, 45, 54, 63, 72, 81, 90, and 99 years old will be affected by the 9th house particularly, because these numbers are in the center of the chart and you will be affected by this. Also, if your number is a 5, your second number is a 5 as well, you will be affected by that. Or if your number is in the center of the chart for the month, for a particular month, you will be affected by this, because again, this year is a 5-year. Now, a lot of you may be thinking, why is this so important? Because as we travel through the different houses, we take on various lessons and things for us to learn and to understand and to develop ourselves, because we're all made up of all the 9 numbers, and all the 9 numbers have a different aspects and particular flavor, you could say, that that color us and season us for that time that we're in that house. So we take on certain characteristics of that house. And so it builds and adds to our character as well. Now, what I must, again, make clear for some people and for lots of people is that these things are not made in concrete. It's not unchangeable. But what it does, it gives you a starting place, a understanding of what has been happening and what could be happening in the last 9 years and what could be happening in the future years to come. So if you have not been able or not willing to change, adapt, to develop and grow yourself even more, then you will sometimes sink back down to these basic numbers and basic elements and take on a certain negative aspect to what's been happening in your life, or what you've been accumulating in your life. And so it will now start to manifest itself to a greater extent. So if you have been a very negative, of being in a negative situation, and you've taken on that negative vibration, then again, it's going to be much more emphasized this year. And so this year can bring such a strain and such a break-in that it will sometimes separate people and organizations and bring things to a clear head of there's going to be a parting, or much more drastic things can happen. And so what the 9-star key try to do is give you the heads up in how you can stop this and mitigate all these possibilities. And so you are able to prepare yourself down the road, or even now, to try to adjust your thinking, your attitude, your lifestyle, so that you can maximize who you are and maximize your own number. So don't think just because you have been through a particular challenging time, there's no hope for you. That's not the case. What it's saying is for you to understand what you've been going through for the last 9 years. And now you have the opportunity, if you so choose, to do the work to correct and bring a rebalance into your life. And it's important for you to understand it's in your life, not somebody else's life, that you need to address whatever needs to be addressed in your life. And so you have to take on board what's been happening and reflect over the last 9 years, what you've been doing, where you've been, the relationships you've been involved with, your attitude, your way of thinking to a particular situation. And so if you start to understand where you have been coming from or where you've been, then you're in a position to make the changes necessary. Now, making the changes is not always easy, but it's sometimes very necessary and important for you to do the changes and understand why these things needs to be done. And the thing is, nobody else can force you to do these things, but if you have the understanding and the knowledge that what has been happening, taking place in your life for the last 9 years, and then you can make those positive changes and then move forward into the next 9 years and a much more positive footing. The challenges are there, but the challenges are there because you, in many ways, have created it. Not maybe not willingly, but they have been created. So you have the opportunity to spin things around. Now, on the other hand, as well, if your last 9 years have been very positive, very fruitful, you've have been able to maximize and use those various opportunities that's come across your path, then you are in a much stronger position now to spring forward now into the next 9 years and taking all those different lessons and opportunities that you've gained over the last 9 years into the future, into something much more prosperous opportunity. And so now is the time for you to really deal and address what's been happening now. And also this month of May 2022 is a full lunar eclipse. So you're dealing again with the emotions, and with it being such a strong full moon, it was a strong full moon and an extremely strong lunar eclipse. You're going to be talking about a deep inspection of the heart, the emotions, the inner being of yourself, where you need to take account. And deceiving yourself, trying to fool yourself, or maybe other people, you can fool other people, but you cannot fool yourself ultimately, because it will always start to show and come out. And during this year, things will start to come out, whether you like it or not. You can hide things, but it will come out one way or another. And ultimately, if you have that strength and the understanding, then you will be wanting to address these things and remove those things that are not helping you or serving you. And so again, if you, for example, if you're in a relationship and that relationship is no longer of help or benefit, or it's not nurturing you, then you need to address it, deal with it. And if it's, you think between both partners, whatever, and you think, okay, this is time to end this relationship, then you need to end it and then move on, so that you can live your life in a much better and more prosperous way. So the opportunity is here, but there is also the challenge of addressing certain things. If you have not been accumulating through the last 9 years those positive traits of each of those houses. So you move into that situation where life will give you what you're prepared to give it, and we're prepared to invest in yourself. And if you're prepared to invest and address those issues, then the next 9 years will be a good one. And yes, you will have your challenges, but those challenges will be one that you will have the understanding and know-how in how to tackle. So I hope, again, this video has been of some help to you. Again, press that subscribe button, press and join our email list where you can get tips and opportunity, things that can give you that bit more insight in how you can maximize 9-star key. Until next time, take care now. Bye-bye.